Hey, hi everyone. This is Sai from Let's Upgrade. So let's talk about how to get your certificate. It's very simple. You will see two links in the description. Number one is the place where you have to go and mark your attendance. Marking your attendance tells us, like, okay, you are a legit student who have attended this particular session. Link number two is your assignment. This is where your 90% of the priority is. You have to go and submit the assignment that is given to you in this particular session. Once you're done submitting that assignment, we will be evaluating that. We will send you an email. If you get the passing criteria, then only we will give you the certificate on a particular date that is mentioned again in the description. Please check these three things, and this is the way how you will get a certificate from Let's Upgrade. Number one, mark your attendance. Number two, just go ahead and upload your assignment. Check for the email that you have received it, yes or no. What is the feedback that you have received from your trainer? Number three, check on which date the certificates will be released. Thank you. Bye. All the best. Happy learning.
Hello friends, myself Suraj Sani and welcome to today's session. In this video, you will learn how to create APIs using GraphQL and also how to deploy that APIs in any cloud-based platform. Okay, so let's start today's video. So first of all, it is required that in your system Node.js must be present or installed. Okay, if in your system Node.js is not installed, then simply go to this site and download it and install it. Okay, as well as MongoDB is also required. Okay, if in your system MongoDB is not installed, so please come to this site and download the MongoDB and install it. Okay, as well as one more thing is required, that your account must be present in render platform. Okay, so if your account is not present in render platform, so create an account and log in it. Okay, so after doing all these three things, now we are ready to create our APIs. Okay, so for creating APIs, first of all we will create one folder. So just create one folder, employee department, employee department CRUD API GraphQL, graph. Okay, employee department CRUD API GraphQL, enter it and go to the inside of this folder, open command prompt. Okay, so to set up our backend, okay, first of all we have to execute npm init hyphen y. Okay, first of all execute this command. After executing this command, package.json file will be created. Okay, then execute npm install. Okay, npm install. After executing this command, package log.json file will be created. Okay, so we require some more libraries. Okay, we will install all these libraries: npm install express, server hyphen express, graphql, mongoose as well as. Okay, so just copy this command and come here in our terminal and paste it. Okay, and paste it. So we will wait little bit. Okay, we will wait until the this will install successfully. Okay, so till then, okay, done. Now open this particular folder with our Visual Studio Code. Okay, so here we will do our coding part. Okay, so first of all we will create models. So first of all create a folder models. Okay, and close this folder, create to one file employee.js. Okay, here we will create our employee model. Okay, which represent one table in the MongoDB database. Okay, so write const mongoose equal to require mongoose. Okay, then create const employee schema. Okay, in this we will create our schema. We need fields like, for the employee we need fields like name. Okay, name will be type string and require true. Then we need email. Okay, then we need email will be type string require true. Okay, then name, email, role. Okay, type string require true. Then department, type string required true. then salary. Okay, salary. Okay, salary will be type number required true. Okay, and last created it. Okay, type will be date and default will be date dot now. Okay, means current date and time. Okay, so in this way we created our schema. Okay, employee will have fields like name field, email, role, department, salary, as well as created it. Okay, now we will create one model. Okay, const employee equal to new mongoose dot model. Okay, so we created one model, employee model, const employee equal to new mongoose dot model. It will be the name of our model. Okay, and it will be the schema. Okay, so we created one model and we just exported module dot exports employee, so we can use this model in another file as well. Okay, so now create one more file, department.js. Okay, department.js, and write here const mongoose equal to require mongoose. Okay, then we will create schema, department schema equal to curly braces. We need here name field, name will be type string required true. Okay, then we need description field, description. Okay, type string required true. Then we need created field, type will be date and default dot now, means current date and time. So in this way we created our department schema with fields like name, description, created it. Okay, now we will create model, department model. Okay, so write const department equal to new mongoose dot model. It will be the name of our model. Okay, it will be the schema. So we created one model, department, and we done module dot exports department, so we can use this model in another file. Okay, so now create a db.js file for the database configuration, db.js. Here we will do database configuration, our MongoDB database configuration. Okay, so write const mongoose equal to require mongoose. Okay, then write mongoose dot connect, and here we have to pass connection string, MongoDB connection string. So just open MongoDB compass. Okay, so from the MongoDB compass we will get our connection string. Okay, so we can see here, click on this connect. After clicking on connect, here will be three dots. Click on these three dots, and here we will get copy connection string option. Okay, so just copy connection string and come to our and paste it here. So it will be our connection string, MongoDB colon double slash localhost colon 27017, and here write database name, let's upgrade. Okay, let's upgrade. So just simply write database name, let's upgrade. Okay, now do const db equal to mongoose dot connection. Then we will execute some callback function like connected connected. When database will be connected successfully, then this function will automatically execute this callback function. Okay, in this callback function we will write MongoDB database is connected, console.log MongoDB database, MongoDB is connected successfully. Okay, we will write this we will print this one, and when error will come, then we will do error, and we will execute one callback function. When error will come, then this message will print. We will write message console.log something went wrong while connecting to MongoDB. Okay, something went wrong while connecting to MongoDB. And now we will do module exports db. So we use here mongoose library, then we pass it here connection string. Okay, so for the connection, and after connection we just created one object of mongoose.connection db. On the db we executed two callback function, connected and error. Okay, when MongoDB successfully connected, then this message will execute. Okay, MongoDB is connected successfully. If error will come, then it will simply print something went wrong while connecting to MongoDB, and as well as error it will print. Okay, And now here we are doing modular export is equal to db, means we will use this db object in another file as well. Okay, so now create one more folder, GraphQL. Okay, GraphQL. Okay, GraphQL, and create file type devs, type devs.js. Okay, type dev.js. So we will write here const gql equal to require apollo server express. Okay, apollo server express. Okay, from this file, from this library. Now we will do const type devs equal to gql, then this sign. Okay, you have to use this sign. Okay, and we will write our code inside this. Okay, so we will write here our type, means okay, first of all, like we will mention here type department, means department will have which fields. Okay, so we have to mention here, we have to mention all the fields which will have department. Okay, so just simply write here underscore id, it will have underscore id, type will be id. Okay, then name, type will be string, then description, type will be description. Okay, so we will use dead fields only. Okay, now we will create type of employee. Okay, so write just type employee, type employee, and employee will have fields like underscore id, type of this field will be id, then it will have name, email, role, department, salary. Okay, name will be string, email will be string, role will be string, department, we are using here department, but we will save here department, we will, okay, we will save here department id as well, but I think department id is not needed, so we will just simply use department only. Okay, no problem. Okay, we will simply use department. Okay, so we will simply use department, and just remove this and just write string. Okay, just write string here. Okay, then we created two types, we created department type as well as employee type, means department will have these fields. Okay, id, name, description, and employee will have these fields, id, name, email, role, salary, department. Okay, and department will be string. Okay, so first we will create one department and employee, then we will create one employee which will work in a particular department. Okay, so we will use your id instead of direct using the department. Okay, so we can use id as well, but I think it is not needed here. Okay, we are creating simple apis. Okay, okay, so after creating type department, type employee. Okay, just to simply use here, uh, we will create input. Okay, employee create input, employee create, means while creating employee we will pass these fields. Okay, first of all we will create input department create. So while creating department we will pass these fields. Okay, just give some space, and we will mention here all the fields, like for creating department we need name field. Okay, and description field. So for creating department object or department entry we need only two fields, name as well as description. For creating employee object we need fields like name, email, role, department, salary. We require all these fields to create employee object. Okay, now while updating department object we need data, like first of all we will create input department update. Okay, input department update, it will have name field and description field while updating the data. Then we will do here input employee update, while updating employee we need name, email, role, department, salary fields. Okay, now we will create query field, query, query. In the query field we will write the type of all functions, okay, which will return the data, like get departments, get department by id, as well as get employees, get employee by id. Okay, so we will write the type of all functions of which are returning the data. Okay, so like get departments, get department, it will return get departments, it will return list of departments. Okay, get department, it will return one single department based on id. Get employees, it will return list of employees. Get employee, it will return a single employee based on id. Okay, so we are using this. We I don't need this underscore. Okay, just I am removing this underscore, okay, from here. Now we will create type mutation. Okay, type mutation. In mutation, if we mention all the functions by which we can create the data, we can update the data, we can delete the data. Okay, in the query you have to we have to mention that functions by which we are getting the data or we are retrieving the data. For example, get departments, by using this function we are retrieving all the departments. Okay, by using this function get department, we are retrieving one single department. Now this function get employees, by using this function we are retrieving all the employees data. Okay, get employee, it will return a single employee data based on id. Okay, now in the mutation you have to write, or we have to mention all the functions by which we can create the data, we can modify the data, we can update the data. Okay, so we are simply mentioning create department, means this function will create the department. Okay, it will take one department. Okay, it will take department. I will write here simply data. Okay, so it will take data, and the type of data will be department create, means while creating department object we need department create type of data, means in the department create we mentioned that we need these fields, name as well as description. Means for creating the department object we need two fields, name and description. Okay, so and it will return one department object. Okay, now update department function, it will take id and it will take data. Okay, type of data will be update department update, means for updating the department we need fields, we need fields name and description for updating the department data. Okay, and it will simply return department, one department, it will simply return department. Delete department, it will take id and it will that particular department, and it will simply return that deleted department data. Okay, now create employee, it will take data and the type of data will be employee create, means for creating employee data it will, we need fields like name, email, role, department, salary. Okay, we need fields like name, email, role, department, salary, and it will, after creating the employee data, it will simply return that employee data. Okay, now for updating employee we need id as well as we need data, and the type of data will be employee update. Okay, and in employee update we mention fields like we need name, email, role, department, salary for updating the employee data. Okay, and it will simply return one employee object after updating that employee data. Okay, it will simply return that updated data. Now delete employee, it will just simply take id and it will delete that particular employee based on id, and it will simply return that deleted employee data. Okay, so in this way we created mutation as well. Okay, so let's go through one more time. We created type of department. Okay, department will have id, name, description. We create a type of employee, employee will have id, name, email, role, department, salary. We created department create input and employee create input, means while creating department object we need these two fields. Okay, and while creating employee object we need these fields, name, email, role, department, salary. And while updating department data we need two fields, name and description. And while updating employee data we need these fields, name, email, role, department, salary. And we created query. Okay, in the query we mention all the functions by which we will retrieve, we are retrieving the data. Okay, and in the type mutation we mention all the functions by which we can create the data, modify the data, and delete the data. Okay, now we can do module.exports type devs. Okay, now create one more file, resolves.js. Okay, create resolves.js, and we need our models here. Okay, so just simply write const department equal to require this one. Okay, now we will write const resolves equal to, okay, curly braces. Inside this curly braces we will write query. Okay, in this query, in this query section we will create all the functions by which we are retrieving the data. Okay, we already mentioned here we need these functions, these four functions. We need to create these four functions for retrieving the data, two functions for department and two functions for employee. Okay, so we will create all these four functions here. Okay, so simply write async. We will use async. Okay, async get departments. Okay, get departments. It will take nothing. Okay, it will take nothing, and it will simply fetch all the departments data. Const departments equal to await department dot find function. Okay, it is using const departments equal to await department dot find function. Okay, so we are using model here, mongodb model. Okay, and on this model we are executing find function, so it will give all the departments data which is present in the department model. Okay, so we are getting all the departments data and it is simply returning that departments data. Okay, so in this way we created one function, and now we will create another function, async get department, and it will give one single department object. So first of all write here underscore comma, then in the curly braces write here id. So we need id, and based on id we will retrieve the data, or we will give our data. Okay, based on id. So we will write const department. Here we will get one single department. Okay, await department dot find by id function. We are executing here find by id function, and based on id it will give one particular department data. Okay, so based on this id it will check which data, based on this id it will check department is present or not. If department is present with this id, so it will simply return that department data. Okay, suppose if data is not present, suppose if department data is not present, then it will simply give department not found, otherwise it will give simply department. Okay, so in this way we created one more function. Now we will create another function, async, then we will create get employees. So it will take nothing and it will return all the employees data. So just simply write const employees equal to await employees dot find, and just simply return employees. So it is simply returning, so it is using find function and retrieving all the employees data and just simply returning that employees data, means list of employees. Okay, now we will create asy async get employee. First of all give underscore, then curly comma curly braces id. Based on id we need a particular employee data, so we will write const employee equal to await employee dot find by id function. So here we are using find by id function, so based on id it will give one employee data with this id. Okay, so we are getting one employee data. Suppose the id which we are given it is wrong id or not available id, so we will use this syntax. If employee is not available, then it will simply return error employee not found. If employee is present, then it will simply return that employee data. Okay, so in this way we created four functions. So in this way we created our four functions. Okay, for retrieving the data. Get departments to retrieve all departments data. Get department, so it will just simply return one department data based on id. Get employees function, so it will return all employees data. Get employee, so it will return one employee data based on id. So in this way we created all the functions. Okay, format. Okay, now we will create functions of mutation. Okay, so after this just write mutation colon curly braces. Okay, in this we will create all our functions for creating the data, updating the data and deleting the data. Okay, so first of all we will create functions related to department. Okay, so right here async create department underscore comma. For creating department data we need a data. Okay, so just simply write data. Okay, and we will create one object const new department. Okay, in this just write name and description. Okay, and create one department object. In this way we don't need this. We will create one object of model and we will use simply save. Okay, we will use here await department dot save. We don't require this save here, we require here new. Okay, const department equal to new department, here just pass this new object. Okay, then use await department dot save, so it will save that department. Okay, after saving the department it will simply return department. Okay, so it is just simply returning department. So in this way we created create department function. Now just give here comma and we will create another function async update department. Okay, for updating the department we need id as well as data. Okay, we need two parameters id as well as data. So we will do const. Okay, we will need const, then we will write here first of all based on id we have to find the particular department, and based on id we will find one particular department and then we will update the data. So we will write syntax here const department equal to await department dot, we will write here department dot find by id and update function. Find by id and update function, in this we will simply pass id and data. Okay, so it will simply first of all find by id, so it will find the department data based on this id. If data is present, so it will update the data, and after updating the data it will give me new updated data here. Okay, so we are getting here updated data. Suppose the id which we are giving, that id is wrong, so we have to we have to we have to write this code. If department is not present, then we are simply throwing error department not found, otherwise we will send the data department. Okay, so in this way we created one more function. Now we will create async delete department. First of all write underscore, then we will write id. Okay, then we will write this one const department equal to await department dot find by id and delete function. So first of all it will find the department based on this id. If department is present, then it will simply delete the department data. Okay, so suppose if id which we are given it is wrong id or it is not available, so we will write this code. If department is not present, then we are simply returning department not found, otherwise we will return department object. Okay, now we will create functions related to employee. Okay, so we will write async create employee equal, we need a data for creating the employee. Okay, so we will write one new object. Okay, then we will write this code. Okay, so we are writing async create employee. We need a data, then we simply creating one employee object with fields name, email, role, department, salary. Okay, then we are creating one object employee model object, then we are simply saving that model object. Okay, then we are returning that employee data. Okay, so in this way we done. Now we will create update employee function. Update employee function for updating the data we need id as well as data. Okay, so it will simply use find by id and update function. Okay, so it will simply use const employee equal to await employee dot find by id and update function. So based on id, first of all it will find the employee data. If employee data is present, then it will update the data, and after updating the data it will give me updated data here. If employee is not present, if id is wrong or something is wrong or id is not available, then this code will execute. If employee is not present, then we are simply throwing one error employee not found, otherwise we will return employee object. Okay, so in this way we created one more function. Now we will create async delete employee. Okay, async delete employee. So delete employee, for deleting the employee we need just id. So we written this code const employee equal to await employee dot find by id. Okay, first of all it will find the employee based on id. If employee data is present, then it will simply delete that employee data. Okay, if id is not present or id is not available or id is wrong, then this code will execute. If employee is not present, then we are simply returning employee not found, otherwise we will return the employee data. Okay, so in this way we created all the functions which we mention here. Okay, which we mention here in type query or in type mutation. Okay, we created all functions here in results.js file. Okay, so now this code is completed, and we can do module.exports resolves. Okay, now we will create one more file server.js. So create file server.js. Okay, so create one more file server.js. So after creating this file server.js, just write this code. Okay, first of all write const apollo server from the equal to require apollo server express, then use this express library, then use db import or require these two files from the GraphQL type devs as well as resolve.js. Okay, then write async function start server, create one object of express, then create one more object of apollo server. Okay, in apollo server just you have to pass our type devs and resolvers. Okay, we have to pass these two things, type devs and resolvers. Okay, so after passing we will create one server object. Just use write this syntax await server dot start and write this server dot apply middleware app. This is will be our port number 4000, so our application will run on 4000 port number. Here we are running. After our server will run, it will simply print this message in the terminal. Server is running on port 4000, and now we are executing this function here. Okay, so we are done all the things. Okay, so we have to just write resolve. Now we will execute our code. Okay, before executing, let's check which database we are creating. Let's upgrade database. Okay, first of all go to the mongodb compass and check here let's upgrade database is present or not. No, there is no let's upgrade database is present. So once we will execute this server.js successfully, then all the tables will create automatically. Okay, so just go to this terminal and write node server.js. Okay, node server.js, and we are getting one error. Graph resolvers is not. Okay, we have given wrong here. Just write resolves. Okay, resolves, just write resolves. Okay, again execute the command node server.js. Now server is running on port 4000, mongodb is connected successfully. We can go to this, just come here and refresh. Okay, and see there is a let's upgrade database present. So let's upgrade database is created, and open this. There are two more, there are two collections. Okay, employees as well as departments. Okay, inside no data is present for now. Okay, because we are created this new one. Okay, so both the employees is also new, departments is also new, and this database is also new. Okay, so now we will execute. Now we will test our apis. Okay, so for testing our apis we will use thunder client. Okay, if in your system thunder client is not present, not installed, so go to the extensions and just write here thunder client. Just write here thunder client. Okay, and just simply install it. Okay, after installing the thunder client, you will see in the left section this type of icon, thunder icon. Just click on this and click new request. Okay, after clicking new request, just write here http colon double http colon double slash localhost colon 4000 slash GraphQL, GraphQL. Okay, and in the body section go to the GraphQL. Okay, we will write here query. So first of all we want to create a department data. Okay, for creating a department data we will use from the resolvers. We will see resolves.js. Okay, just simply write here, no need for creating the department data. Okay, create department. For creating the department data we have to use this function. Okay, create department. Okay, so we will write here So we will write here mutation curly braces, then the name of function create department. Then for creating the department we have to pass data. Okay, for creating the department we have to pass data. Okay, we have to pass data, and inside the data fields required are name and description. In the type days we can see, for creating the department data we will pass data, and in the data we need to pass create department type of fields. Okay, so for we can see create department type of field we need name and description, so we will pass here name and description. Okay, so just write here name development department development. Okay, then write description department for developers close this. Okay, now we have to mention that after creating the employee data, after creating the department data, what it will return. Okay, so we can see here it will return department data. Okay, so we can see department. In the department we will return this fields, so just copy this, or we can just simply write here underscore id. Okay, name and description. Okay, so we completed our this query, and just click on send button. Okay, get query missing. Okay, okay, so we have to select your post. Okay, so for executing all the funds, for using GraphQL queries or GraphQL APIs, we have to select your post. Okay, send. So now department object is created. Okay, with id name and description. We can see our MongoDB as well in the department. Just refresh it. Now here is one department present. Now we will create another department. Okay, just to change the name of department, sales department, and department for sales. Okay, just click on send. Now sales department is created, and we can see MongoDB as well. Okay, now we will update the data. For updating we have to just use this one. We have to use update department function. Okay, inside this we have to pass id as well as data. Okay, so right here update department, and right here id as well as data, so we have to pass here id as well. Okay, so we will update this sales department. We will update sales department. Just write here id. Okay, the id of sales. Okay, and give comma, then we will write data. So we are passing, suppose we are so we updated the name of sales. Okay, and all the thing will be keep same. Okay, because it will return after updating the department, it will just simply return department data. So we are simply returning department data, so just click on send. Now the name of sales is updated. Go to the MongoDB, refresh, and we can see, and again change the name, delete the unrequired s letter. Okay, now we again updated the name of this department, send. Now updated. Now go to the MongoDB, refresh, and we can see. Okay, so in this way we created two department as well as we modified. Okay, then we will execute delete query. Okay, for using the delete department, so we have to pass only id. Okay, so we have to pass only id, so we have to remove all these things. Okay, we have to remove all these things. We have to pass just id, so it is the id of sales department. Okay, so after deleting the sales department, what it will return? It will return just department data. So we are here receiving the department data, so we will do here delete department. Okay, send, and we can check here, refresh. So now sales department is deleted successfully. Okay, so in this way we done with the testing of three functions. Okay, create department, update department, delete department. Now we will do testing of query for retrieving the data. Okay, So we want all the departments data, so we will use get departments function. Get departments function, it is taking nothing but it is simply returning list of department. Okay, we will use this function, we will write this function name here, and we will just simply mention what type of data it will return. It will return id, it will return name, it will return description. Okay, and click on send. So it is returning the department data. Okay, suppose I want one particular data, so just I will use this id, and I for retrieving the particular data, we will use this function get department, and in the get department we have to pass id. Okay, so I will write here get department and bracket, and we will pass id. I will pass id. Okay, so based on id it will return one department data. Okay, so in this way we use all five functions of department. Okay, three for create department, delete, update department, delete department, as well as get departments to get all departments data, and get department to retrieve only particular data based on id. Okay, now we will use now we will use apis related to employees. Okay, so first of all I will create employee data, so we'll simply write mutation create employee. Okay, for creating the employee we have to pass nothing. Okay, so just simply use this. We need to pass data. Okay, we need to pass data for creating the employee. Okay, which type of data we have to pass? Go to this. For creating employee we have to pass data type of employee create, so we have to pass this data name, email, role, department, salary. Okay, we have to pass this, so write name, give here name. Okay, name, email, write here email. Okay, then role, write here role. Okay, developer, name, email, role, then department. Okay, department will be developer or development department. We can see here development department. Okay, we are mentioning development. Okay, then salary, simply mention salary. Okay, then close this one. Okay, after creating the employee data, what it will return? It will return one employee data. Okay, so in the employee data we can see it will return all these things: id, name, email, role, department, salary. So just mention here, it will return id, it will return name, it will return email, it will return role, it will return department, it will return salary. Okay, okay, now we can click on send. Now employee is created. Go to this, go to the employee section. Here we can see one employee is added here. Now we will add another employee, Amit. Okay, add one more employee, Amit Sani at gmail.com, and everything will be same. Okay, so click on send. Now we will add one more employee, Rahul. Here will be Rahul, and everything will be same. Okay, now we have three employees. Click on refresh, we have three employees. Okay, now we will update the employee data. Update employee. For updating the employee we have to pass id as well. Okay, we have to pass id as well. So we will update the data of employee Rahul. Okay, we will update Rahul employee data. Okay, and we will write we are passing this much L. Okay, in the name of Rahul. Okay, so we will just simply click on send. Now data is updated. We can click on here refresh. We can see Rahul name. Okay, there are many else in the letter of Rahul. Okay, now we will done. Now we will do again same update. Now we can click go to the MongoDB, refresh. Now the spelling of Rahul, it will be correct. Okay, now we will use delete employee. Delete employee. For deleting the employee we does not need to pass this data. You have to pass only id. Rahul will be deleted. Okay, Rahul is deleted. Okay, Now in this way, we created a CRUD APIs for a department, as well as we created CRUD APIs for employees, and we done testing as well. So now we are going to deploy that our APIs to the any cloud-based platform. So we will use render platform. Okay. So before deploying, we will shift our database from the local MongoDB to the live MongoDB, means MongoDB Atlas. Okay. So shifting to the MongoDB Atlas, go to the Chrome and just type MongoDB Atlas. MongoDB Atlas. Okay. Go to this site. Okay. Do the sign up and login. Okay. Do the sign up and login. After successful sign up and login, you will see this type of interface. Okay. Click on connect button, connect option, and click on drivers, and you will get here this URL. Okay, in this URL you have to pass here your database password. Okay, replace db underscore password with the password for this user. Okay, so just copy this and paste somewhere. Okay, paste somewhere. Okay, now we have to replace this with our password. Okay, from where we will get our password? If you know, while sign up and login, it will ask for you to give database user as well as database password. So you have to remember that username and password. But suppose you have forget username and password, then you have to just simply go to the database and network access. Here you can see this user. You have to just simply edit, and you have to just edit the password. Okay, but I know my password. Okay, then I will simply replace with my password elevate coders. Okay, my password is elevate coders, so I will simply use this. Okay, and I will go to the MongoDB. I will go to the db.js file, and I will simply return this, and I will simply paste this. Okay, now it is okay. Now we successfully shifted from the local MongoDB to the live MongoDB, means to the MongoDB Atlas. Now we are ready to deploy our project, or to deploy our APIs in the render platform. Okay, so for that we have to first of all create one file, git ignore. Okay, first of all create file git ignore, and write here node modules. Right here node modules. Okay, then we have to push our this code to the GitHub repository. Okay, so we will initialize repository. We will do one commit. Okay, just do the commit. Publish branch. A branch will be public. Okay, so it will push my code to the GitHub. Okay, after successful push, go to the render dashboard. In the render dashboard, you have to click on add new web service. Then you have to select your GitHub repository. My GitHub repository will be engineer Surasani. In this account, employee department CRUD API GraphQL. Okay, we created this one. Okay, we can see our project name, employee department CRUD API GraphQL. Okay, so it is my GitHub repository, so I will simply select, and in this section we have to pass this one. Okay, so just copy this. Okay, npm install express apollo server express GraphQL mongoose, and this one. Okay, so just copy this and paste it here. Okay, and write here node server.js, select free. Okay, and deploy web service. So it will take little bit time, so we will wait. So friends, we are getting some error here. Okay, so you will also get this error, because this error is coming because we not register our server IP address to the MongoDB Atlas. So it is not connecting with our MongoDB Atlas. So just copy this. So just click on connect and click this IP address, and go to the MongoDB Atlas, and go to this database and network access, and click on add new database. Not here. Okay, just cancel. We have to go to the IP access list and click on add IP address, and just paste this IP address. Okay, confirm. As well as use second IP address. Okay, just copy this one, go to this, add one more IP address. Okay, confirm. Okay, we have to wait until both the IP address will be active. Okay, now both the IP address are active, so go to the render again. Okay, now we can click on manual deploy latest commit. Okay, so it will deploy our project again, so we have to wait until it will deploy our project again. Okay, so wait. Now our backend project is successfully deployed on the render platform. Okay, so we are getting this URL, so we will just simply copy this URL and come to our Visual Studio Code Thunder client. Okay, and now we will test our APIs with live URL. Okay, so paste this live URL and just write here graph QL, and we will write, first of all we will create department data. Okay, so for write mutation curly braces. Okay, then write create department. Okay, for creating the department we have to pass data. Okay, in the data we have to pass name field. In the name we will pass development. Okay, then pass description. Okay, description, department for developers. Okay, then just simply close this. Now we have to mention all the fields which it will return. Okay, so it will return underscore id, then it will return name, then it will return description. Okay, then just simply close this and click on send. So one department is created successfully. Okay, we can check MongoDB at class. Go to the MongoDB at class, go to the cluster. Inside the cluster we have to go to the browse collections. In the browse collections we have to wait. In the test, go to the test, we can see departments as well as employees. Go to the departments. Okay, so it will load the data. We are seeing there is one department, development department. Okay, now we will create one more department, that will be the sales department. Okay, just write here sales department for sales. Okay, department for sales. So just send one more department, create one more department. Okay, customer service department for customer service. Okay, click on this. So we created three departments. Go to the MongoDB class, refresh, click on refresh button. We have to wait, data is loading. Okay, now we can see there is three department. One is development, second one is sales department, third one is customer service. Okay, now we will do update department. Okay, just write here update. Okay, for updating department we have to pass id as well, so just copy this id and we have to pass id, so pass here id. Okay, and then pass data. So we will write in the customer, suppose we are writing this much r. Okay, so just do the update. Okay, and check the MongoDB Atlas, click on refresh, it will load the data. Okay, now data is loading. Go to the customer, so we can see there is many r. Okay, in the letter of customer, so data is updated successfully. Okay, just make it simple, just remove unwanted r's from the customer word. Okay, and go to the MongoDB Atlas again, just refresh and we can see again. Okay, it is loading the data, wait. And now customer service spelling is correct. Okay, now data is updated successfully. Now we can do the delete operation. Okay, so we can do the delete department. For deleting the department we just need to pass the id. Okay, so we will delete customer service. Okay, we are just passing here customer service id and it will delete customer service. Okay, it is deleted customer service. Go to this and just do refresh and it will reload the data and it is loading the data. We can see there is only two department, development department, sales department. Okay, there is only two data. Okay, so in this way department is deleted successfully. Now we can use query APIs. Okay, query 1. So we want get departments, we want get all departments. Okay, get departments. Okay, in this we have to pass, we have to mention which type of data it will return. It will return id, it will return name, it will return description. Okay, click on send. So it is giving all the data. We can see they, we have two departments, one is development department, and one is sales department. Okay, so in this way done. Suppose I want to see only development department, so just copy this and remove s and just pass here id. Okay, just give this id here and click on send. So it will return only development department. So in this way we have used all 5 apis related to department, that will be create department, update department, delete department, as well as to get all departments data, as well as to get a specific department data. We successfully tested all the apis. Okay, now we will test apis related to employee. Okay, first of all we will create employee. So write mutation here, write create employee. Okay, for creating the employee we have to pass data. Okay, in the data we have to pass name. So write here name. Okay, then we have to pass email. So write here email. Okay, then pass role. Role will be developer. Then pass department. So department will be development, development department. So remove the double quote from here, development department. Then pass salary. Okay, then close this. Then mention all the data that it will return. It will return name, it will return name, it will return email, it will return role, it will return department, it will return salary. All the fields will be written. Okay, just click on send, just click on send. So now one employee data is created. Okay, we will create more data. Just change the name. Okay, just change the name and change the salary. Okay, now we will add one more employee data. Okay, so we done with creating 3 employees. Okay, go to the employees. It is loading the data. So we have 3 employees. Okay, Suraj Sani, Amit Sani, and Rahul Sani. Okay, we have 3 employees. Okay, now we will update employee. Okay, update employee. Okay, for updating the employee we have to pass id. So just copy the id of Rahul and just pass this id here. Just pass the id here. Okay, so it is showing name, email. So we will change the salary from 30,000 to 10,000. Okay, you need 10, 100,000, 10,000. Okay, just click on this. So it is updating Rahul Sani salary. Okay, we can go to the MongoDB Atlas and we can refresh and we can see data is updated or not. Okay, so it is loading the data. Now go to the Rahul Sani. We can see salary is 10,000. Data is updated successfully. Suppose we will pass wrong id here. So we are passing wrong id and we are changing the salary. So what it will give? So it will give error. Okay, so it will give error, it will give internal server error. Okay, now suppose, okay, so suppose I want to delete that particular employee, Rahul Sani employee. Just copy this id and correct the id and just write here delete employee, delete employee. Okay, and remove all this data because we not required while deleting the employee. Okay, just click on delete, send. So it is just simply deleted the Rahul Sani employee data. Okay, so go to this, refresh, it will reload the data. It is loading the data. We can see there is only 2 employees, Suraj Sani and Amit Sani. Okay, now we will use query. Okay, we want get employees. Okay, it will just simply return id, then name, email, role, department, salary. Okay, just click on send. It is returning all the employees. Okay, suppose I want to get only one employee. So just remove s here give id, okay, and send. So it will return only one single employee data. So friends, in this way we created apis, and as well as we deployed our apis to the render platform. So let's do the overview of our project one more time, okay. So to create this project, we first created one folder. The name of folder is employee department create api graphql. Then we executed some command. First of all, we executed npm. First of all, we executed some command in the terminal, okay. So we executed command like npm init -y, then we executed npm install, then we executed these commands, okay. npm install express, apollo server express, graphql mongoose, and this one, okay. After installing all these libraries, okay, so we created models. We created employee model with fields like name, email, role, department, salary, created it. Then department, we created one more model, department model, with fields like name, description, created it, okay. Then we done with db.js. We set up our database, mongodb database, okay. Then we created graphql. We created first of all type types. We created type, okay, all the type: department type, employee type, uh, a department create type, employee create type, department update type, employee update type, okay. So means it when it will return department data, then in the department data these fields will be present. When it will return employee data, then these fields will be present. When we want to create department data, then we have to pass these two fields, name and description. When we want to create employee data, then we have to pass these fields, name, email, role, department, salary. When we want to update department data, then we have to pass these two fields, name, description. When we want to update employee data, then we have to pass this data, name, email, role, department, salary, okay. So for retrieving the data, or for getting, or for displaying the data, we have four functions: get departments, to get all department data, okay. Get department id, so it will give one particular department data based on id. Get employees, it will return all employees data. Get employee, it will return one particular employee data based on id. We have mutation as well, for creating, updating, and deleting the data, okay. So we created results.js file, and in this we created all the functions which are required for creating the department, updating the department, and deleting the department. Then we created functions to create the employee data, update the employee data, and delete the employee data. Then we set up our server.js. Then we run then we run it our this application, and we tested this application, and this tested application on this thunder client, okay. Then after testing is done, then we shifted our from local mongodb to the mongodb atlas, okay. So after successful setup of mongodb atlas, we just simply created one github repository, and we go to the render platform, and we deployed our project, okay. There is one more thing, there is in between error is coming, so we just simply click on this connect, and we copy these ip addresses, and we just go to this the database and network access, and in the IP access list, and we just simply add it, okay. Add IP address, okay. So we have to add all this IP, or these two IP addresses here, okay. So our render will use our MongoDB Atlas, okay. So we are giving, by registering this IP addresses to the MongoDB Atlas, we are giving permission to the render that render will use our MongoDB Atlas as a MongoDB render will use our MongoDB Atlas for the database, okay. So in this way, we successfully deployed our backend code, graph APIs. Okay. So we successfully deployed our project or backend service, and we successfully tested. Okay. So we tested all the APIs, okay, related to department as well as related to employees. So friends, in this video, that's enough from my side, or that's all from my side. So friend, we will meet in another video with another some concept, or with another some technology, or another some task. Okay friends, till then enjoy the coding journey with Surasani or with me. Okay friends, bye.